in a restaurant in New York, and I said, Casey, and he was talking like normal, just a normal conversation. I said, Casey, if there's one thing you can tell me about what you're doing, tell me. And he said, I never play a game without my man. And I looked at him, now he's getting into stingalese. And I didn't want to ask him who his man was. But when he left and when I began to think, he never played a ball game without Yogi Berra playing. He put him on first base. He put him in the outfield. I never played a ball game without my man. I'll never forget that.
Stengel's man was Lawrence Peter Berra, an immigrant bricklayer's son from the Dago Hills section of St. Louis. He got his nickname from his friends who said he just walked like a yogi. After flunking a high school test, Yogi was asked by his teachers, "Don't you know anything?" He replied, "I don't even suspect anything." He was clumsy when he joined the Yankees in 1946. He played like the bottom man on an unemployed acrobatic team, one critic said. And there were those who thought him too odd-looking for New York's elite team. One coach called him the Ape. But Stengel saw the greatness that was in him and brought back former catcher Bill Dickey to teach him the finer points of playing behind the plate. And he quickly became one of the best catchers in baseball history. Berra once went 148 straight games and 950 chances without a single error. No one could call a game like Yogi Berra. He was 3 times the American League's most valuable player, and he played in an incredible 75 World Series games and hit a record 71 times during the course of it.
I asked Casey this, who was the most natural ball player? And Casey said, he said, Williams is the most natural hitter, he said, but that guy is the most natural ball player, pointing to Berra. I was astonished, this little stocky, awkward man, and then I began to watch him then all the time, and Berra did everything well. People thought he was slow. He was a fast runner, great base runner. He once made an unassisted double play at home plate. He had great instincts. He was an extraordinarily graceful athlete for all that awkwardness.
Like Stengel, Berra became as well known for what he said off the field as for what he did on it. If fans don't want to come out to the park, nobody's going to stop them, he once said. 90% of hitting is mental. The other half is physical. When the wife of the mayor of New York said he looked very cool in his new summer suit, Yogi replied, "Thanks. You don't look so hot yourself." When asked what he would do if he found $1 million, he said, "If the guy was poor, I'd give it back to him." And he also said, "It ain't over till it's over." Critics questioned whether he ever really said some of his most celebrated maxims, but he had an answer for them too. "I really didn't say half the things I've said."
This album